All right. Brown balls, we're back in the house. How you doing, brother?
Time to move on. My Lakers 2020 championship is back with a Luka jersey.
Yes, sir. Yes,
New
sir.
new sheriff in town.
New sheriff in
LeBron got a
town.
team, so we have our guy. That's all that matters, bro.
Yep. I mean, a lot to talk about today. Obviously, the biggest story as far as Lakerland goes, and I guess in NBA in general, LeBron chose Philly of all places to kind of do his last 2 3 years, probably. He did the veteran minimum, 2 years, $8 million. Kudos to him. He was upset the Lakers weren't going to give him Austin Reeves contract, but he took 10% less. So, I mean, 90% less rather. So here we are, man. So let's go. Let's break it down to two things. So the Lakers effect or Lakers reaction as a Lakers fan, and LeBron's and what does he bring to Philly? So let's start with LeBron and why do you think he chose Philly?
The decision, right?
Yeah.
So let's take one step further, all right, man? Let's break it down to three parts. We have
Right.
nothing going on in sports, so we can talk and spend like half hour on this if we want, right? So let's do three parts, all right? So first part I want to get into is his decision, right? Agree, disagree, what's your reaction? Let's talk about that. Second, we'll talk about him choosing Philly, right? What does that bring to Philly? Third, we'll talk about the Laker fans, right? How they feel, right? So let's do three parts. You down for that? Let's get into this
Yeah.
nitty gritty. All right. So I'll kick it off. I'll tell you about his decision, right? So it's crazy. I'm glad. I'm glad as a Laker fan that I am. I'm a diehard Laker fan. At the same time, I like LeBron. I loved his time here. I'm a huge LeBron fan as well. So I'm still am. I'm not like saying I'm not anymore. But in life, sometimes you get a second opportunity. Meaning, what I mean by that is that it's very, very rare in life that you get an opportunity to redo what you did, like about 13 years ago, or no, 12 years ago, right? So what I mean by that is, or what's that? Sorry, more than 12 years ago.
11, yeah, man,
Like 14, like basically when he made his decision to go to Miami. That's what I'm talking about. 2010, about 16 years ago. Sorry. So in life, you really get a chance. Barely, you don't get a chance to redo what happened, right? And I am so shocked with this decision to go to Philly. It's not because I don't like Philly. I love Philly, man. My brother-in-law is a huge Philly fan. He has a season ticket holder. He's like up and crazy about it. That city of Philadelphia has been through so many heartbreaks, from Kawhi's Game 7 winning to Lakers beating them with the Kobe and Iverson time. So Philly has had heartbreaks like crazy. So I'm happy for the city of Philly, and so I'm more shocked the way LeBron chose Philly, right? Because I really didn't have Philly, even top two destination for him, right? I had Cleveland and I had Miami, right? And then maybe Philly, not even Philly, probably Golden State,
Warriors, probably, yeah.
Warriors, right? So Philly wasn't even in there, right? And so my whole take is, I'm glad that we're doing this podcast like 3 days later, because I got to digest this, right, by his decision. So let me take you back. What I mean by that, when you get a second chance in life, right, is to kind of rewrite what you did wrong, right? LeBron had a great opportunity, man. What he did to his own town, right, or his own city in Cleveland, back in 2010, when he went on national televised and are you a nail biter? I'm taking my talents in Miami. He had a great opportunity. Honestly, I'll be honest with you, man. If you would have like just thought about going back to Cleveland, giving I think what I was thinking for, man, was more of a happy ending, meaning like do the same thing again, have a national televised thing, same location, but in this time he's chooses Cleveland. Where he could have said that, look, I gave my city a heartbreak back in 2010, and I'm taking my talents back to my hometown, and I'm gonna end my career there. I'm gonna ride in Sunset, because that's the city that I'm from. Even though he's from Akron, Ohio, but he's still the team is Cleveland. So that would have been great, man. To be honest with you, that would have honestly, whatever LeBron does, it hurts his legacy one way or another, right? That would have helped his legacy, right? And so I felt that he got a second opportunity to rewrite the history that he did back in 2010. And he could have done the same thing and could have gave the city of Cleveland that joyous victory that he wanted, saying that he's choosing Cleveland, and I'm riding to the sunset, I'm done, and I'm coming home, tell the whole world I'm coming home and I'm retiring, 2 years, I'm signing a vet minimum deal like he did, try to bring one more championship to the city of Cleveland, before I'm done. You know, think about it, Tapas. Do you agree or disagree with what I'm trying to say? Like, he had a second chance opportunity to like kind of redo what
That
he
would
did
have been a
wrong.
storybook ending. You're right.
You know, so that's my take. That's my take on the decision that he made. I thought he would do that. So that's my inkling. What is your take about that? That's what I would want to, want to.
Yeah, for me, so and you know I'm not I'm that Laker fan who was never bought into the LeBron thing, and I appreciate him as a player, and I know his greatness as a player, right? Don't get me wrong, but this move that he decided to do is a legacy breaker
Mm-hmm.
in terms of I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to hear anyone talk about GOAT conversation. This is done. If he wins his fifth ring with the 76ers, it's all going to be BS because he essentially chose the most stacked team and just added himself there. I think that in itself is a bad decision. I agree with you. I think Cleveland would have been the perfect storybook ending for him because you're right. You go back to your hometown where you started, you're there, you're going to end it there, and that's going to be the perfect way for you to say goodbye to your career. That's great. The Heat would have been like, hey, I won two with you guys, I want to come back and end it there. Sure. Even and then last but not least, maybe the Warriors, right? He loves playing for Steph Curry. Steph Curry was looking forward to it, and you can tell Steph Curry was very disappointed. He had a comment at the game at one of the little kids league, whatever. He's like, no, don't get too happy before it actually happens because things will disappoint you. So he was upset about it. So I think that would have been fine too, because then he can end his career playing along someone that he really wanted to play with as well. But to pick Philly of all places, that's just saying I'm just gonna chase this ring. That's all it is. And first, he's like, I don't care about rings. I know my status as a go is all that, and rings don't count. And now all of a sudden, rings count because you chose Philly, which you have no connection to whatsoever. Zero connection for LeBron. And he's going to go that team because they have three All Stars there, right? So I think for me personally, I agree with you. I think Cleveland would have been the best choice for him to end his career. Even though he may not win another ring with Cleveland, at least the GOAT conversation is always going to be talked about. I think now everybody, mostly most people, even some LeBron fans, are like, "Yo, this is not it, man. I mean, what are you, a journeyman now? You're gonna jump to wherever is most convenient for you? No, I don't like I don't like the move at all. I agree with you. I think Cleveland would have been a better bet.
Agree. Completely agree with you about that, man. And honestly, I remember Steph was playing golf, so that he did say that. He's like, that's why you don't, get too happy until you don't envision it until it happens, because again,
Right.
if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Like it didn't happen, right? And to be honest, like going back to what I said is like, this is a legacy,
Yeah.
affects him, right? Impacts him,
Yeah.
right? Look, I like LeBron, man, and I wish him nothing but the best. I mean, I'm glad he came to the Lakers. At the same time, he went back to his old ways, right? Taking easy way out. I mean, don't get me wrong. Kobe could have done this, bro. To be honest with you, take a veterans
Anybody.
minimum. Like he could have taken. Like I said, man, the only team that I envision LeBron going besides the Lakers, the resigning with the Lakers, that would accept him and nobody will criticize him at all is going home
Right.
because no one like even if I'll be honest with you, even if Steph said that I'm gonna sign a $2 million to go to Charlotte, like you can't. He wants to go home.
Yeah. Yeah.
He wants to
That's
retire
fine.
home. Dad plays there. He played there. His dad got his jersey retired last year there. So he's like, I
Right.
want to go home and I'm gonna be that's fine. You can't blame someone if they want to go home and sign a $2 million deal, But this impacts LeBron's legacy like crazy. And I completely agree with what you said. That I don't care what LeBron does. If LeBron next year in Philly scores 100 points,
Mhm.
he's still not better than Jordan Kobe.
Right.
If LeBron like does something crazy remarkable, like plays another 4 more years and wins 4 straight championships, they'll put him at 8 championships, I guess, or whatever, or sorry, 7 championship, one more than Jordan. That still doesn't put him before Kobe and Jordan, to be honest with you,
Yeah.
because this is just flat out embarrassing as a LeBron fan. That I have to say that this is a really bad decision that LeBron did because
Hmm.
why go to a team that's already stacked where Boston basically donated, Jalen Brown to them for
Right.
nothing.
Exactly.
And like you said, they have 3 All-Stars. And why would you want to? And like, I was like, in my view, dude, this team is this team is more stacked than the Miami Heat was. Miami
Yeah,
Heat had a
on
name,
paper.
right? They had names like they had Dwayne Wade in his prime and Chris Bosh at that. They had those two best players. But I'm sorry, dude. This Philadelphia team might not have that name like Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. But you're talking about an All Star in a Maxi. You're talking about a fifth vote getter in Jaylen Brown. You're talking about Joel Embiid, who's a former MVP in this league.
Hmm.
When L healthy, probably one of the top two big men, arguable besides Wemby and Jokic. You could be in one of those top two, tier. And then you have a budding, young player in VJ Edgecombe. I mean, come on, man. Who did I mean? Like you still, think about it. They have Simmons, right? They got from Boston,
Hmm.
Alfred Simmons. They have Caldwell Pope just signed with them now, So this team is stacked like crazy,
Yeah,
and I completely agree about what you said. That look, I don't care now, dude.
yeah,
I don't care about this GOAT thing. I think LeBron truly, truly like tarnished his legacy in that way, man. To be honest with you, taking easy way out because ask Kevin Durant. I mean, he took an easy way out and he still gets bashed for it.
yeah,
You know,
exactly.
and so he's been
This
getting.
is this is a Kevin Durant move essentially.
Yeah, I mean, this is just embarrassing, man. When he chose Philly and that team's already stacked, it's like why? Okay, if winning is that desperate for you, man, for you to win every time, why not just sign a 1 year deal and just jump to a team that's going to win a championship every year? If that's what you care
Yeah,
for. If that's
yeah.
what all you want to do is just win a championship. I mean, I heard today they've been Miniman, right? He's kind of like a LeBron homer. He said that LeBron he's addicted to that when you lose and when you win, the high moments. He's addicted to that, right? And
Hmm.
he basically said Lakers didn't give him that competitiveness where to win the championship, right? And like he wants to get to that level where you lose in the Eastern Conference and that kind of stains or win a championship. And so I'm like, dude, you're gonna be in Philly. Like you have like all these good players. Like you're going to the Eastern Conference where the only other team that I know better than or who can give Philly a really good match is New York Knicks. Nobody else can.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
what kind of like challenge you're gonna get? What kind? I mean, Philly's already gonna make the Eastern Conference Finals. I mean,
Yeah.
hands down. I just don't know who they're gonna face, right? But and then Sham said that it's not about money. Yeah, obviously, but he made it seem it was
Right.
about money
That
with the
that's the
Lakers,
thing that that
right?
bothered me too was like he was so dramatic about Lakers not offering him more money and about all that stuff, but like he easily took the vet minimum. If he had done that last year when he had the player option, if he declined $57 million and took a $4 million, imagine what the Lakers could have done with that much money last year, right?
Exactly.
Like the fact that he didn't do it, and then his scapegoat from being out of the LA was like, oh well, they didn't put it enough around me, and I wasn't happy here, and I also want money, and then he turned around and signed with a team for a vet minimum. Like that's just the hypocrisy. I think a lot more people now are seeing it. Like,
Yeah.
dude, what are you talking about? Like at first you're complaining about this thing, and now you just do the complete opposite. You just chose the easiest way out at the end of your career
So, what was the number one thing that LeBron indirectly bitched about in the playoffs? Do you remember?
by being the second option, or yeah, second option,
So
not being the second option.
When
Yeah,
Luca and Reeves went out in the season, towards the end of the season, and then they asked LeBron this question. Actually, Dave McMenamin asked this question to
yeah,
LeBron,
yeah.
saying that, "Hey, LeBron, how are you gonna adjust to having Luca and Reeves out?" He's like, "Look, I was the third option this whole year.
Hmm.
Now I get to play the first option that I've been playing my whole career. So
Hmm.
it's not new to me. I've been a first option all my career. It was just that this year I had to take a step back."
Yeah,
Tapas, tell me what option is LeBron James in this team. There you go. There you go. I don't understand
I
what
don't
LeBron's
understand it.
doing. I don't understand this move in any fashion, bro. He bitched about being the third option. He made a big deal that he was a third option, and now he's going to a team that he's gonna be a fourth option. And like today, the news comes out that LeBron's gonna run the point. Do
Yeah,
you know? Do you know how? Do you know when I read that? You know how I was laughing my ass off. Why that's so funny? If LeBron's your point guard who handles a ball majority of the time, then
hmm.
what's Maxi gonna do?
Maxi's not gonna get touches, or not as many. Joel Embiid's gonna be pissed off most of the time. No, like
Look,
it's gonna be good in the beginning,
well,
but
the
yeah,
only guy this benefits the most, man. I'll be honest with you. Out of the 4 stars or 3 stars, 3 other stars, is Joel Embiid. I'll tell you right now, Joel Embiid will be better because you know what's funny, man? Joel Embiid, agree or not, Joel Embiid is the only spot up shooter in that lineup. Meaning that
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Joel Embiid doesn't need to do anything. If you give him the ball and he's 3 pointer, he'll shoot it.
Yeah.
Maxi is not a spot up shooter. Maxi is
No.
a creative. He creates his own shot. That means
Right.
he's off the dribble shooter, right? He'll lead the ball. He'll try to cross you over and then make his shot. He's not a person who's by the 3 point like Caldwell Pope and just shoot the ball. That's not him.
Right. Right.
Jalen Brown is definitely not a spot up shooter, man. He's an attacker just like Maxi. And you're telling me LeBron is going to have the ball and be a facilitator, which he is. He's a great facilitator. But that means that
Hmm.
Maxi, who's also a facilitator, a point guard, who's Jalen Brown, who also did the same thing last year, are not going to do that. Okay. Dude, I'm telling you right now, regardless, we'll get into this in our third phase, right? We'll get into
Hmm.
it. I don't see this happening well for them, man, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's my take,
Can't wait
man.
to get into that. Yeah. Same. And then the last thing to go into was the team that he didn't pick, right? So the reporting came out. This is around Steph Curry saying about how like the Warriors were his fourth option, but his buddy
Draymond?
Rich Paul was like, "Oh no, it was actually down to 76ers or the Warriors." And the reason that he didn't choose the Warriors, I mean, he didn't say this, but what people are insinuating why he didn't choose the Warriors is because they couldn't get AD. So LeBron was already saying, "Get me somebody else. I'm not joining this team if there's not another All Star. Give me AD with Steph and Draymond. I'll come." They couldn't get AD. Okay, so now I'm going to go to another team that has a stacked team. So he was already looking for a stacked team. He was not going there to like find to build a team, whatever, or like join a competitive team. He wanted to join a stacked team and just coattail it. So
Yep. Which is crazy,
yeah,
right? This is crazy. So now let's get into the second phase, right? The team that he joined, Philadelphia
yeah.
76ers. I'm happy for City of Philly again, man. I'm telling you. I'm happy for, my brother-in-law season tickets, 2, 3 rows behind course.
He
Like,
was so excited yesterday. Yeah, we saw him yesterday at a party, and he was so excited.
and I told him one thing, man. Look, I'm happy for you and I'm happy for City of Philadelphia. But you don't know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah.
And I was telling him an example that I was so happy back in 2022 or 21 or 22 when Lakers traded for Westbrook.
Hmm.
Westbrook was in his prime. We're getting we're getting a triple double basically. A player. The Westbrook had a name at that time.
Hmm.
And I remember one of my friend, right? He was like, dude, I don't see this fit working because Westbrook's not a shooter. It's not gonna with AD, LeBron, and Westbrook's not gonna work. And I thought he was a hater, because he's not a Laker fan. He's a Blazer fan. So I thought he was just a hater. And I'm like, dude,
Right.
you're just jealous, dude. I remember you're just jealous because we're adding a third star. Westbrook, who's triple double threat. You're just hating, right? Dude, he was spot on. He knew he saw it a different way than I did. I didn't,
Hmm.
And now looking back at it, it makes all the sense. And so I was telling my brother-in-law, I'm like, look, man, I'm happy you got LeBron. Like, don't get me wrong, but you got to remember, there's only one ball, right? And it's not gonna work well for you because the thing is, if LeBron has the ball, Maxi last year had the ball the whole time.
He was
So
the
he's not gonna have
highest usage percentage, right, player?
exactly. And then who? Okay, who had the second highest you uses percentage? Take it, second.
LeBron.
No, besides that, Jalen Brown in
Jalen
Boston
Brown. Oh yeah. There
because
you go.
Tatum didn't play,
Yeah. Yeah.
and so they both need the ball, right? Like I said, Embiid's gonna benefit out of this. Embiid's a good player, man. I'm telling you, if he stays healthy, he's a good shooter. He's a good knockdown shooter,
Yeah.
man.
If healthy, yeah.
Yeah, because he's gonna get open shots, bro. To be honest with you, so Embiid, I don't even care. I told him this experiment's not gonna work as well because LeBron, he wants the ball, man. The only reason it worked in Miami, it didn't work the first year, and then Dwayne Wade had to go to LeBron and be like, "Fine, have the ball. I'll go in the corner. Since you can't
Hmm.
go in the corner, I'll go in the corner, and I'll stand in the corner." That's why it worked. People don't remember that. Dwayne Wade had to go and be like, "All right, fine, have the ball. That's where we're gonna win. Go for it." So, but
Yep.
let's see how everyone gels, the chemistry. I don't see the good fit because the thing is everyone needs the ball, man. I'm telling you, and I don't know how Nick Nurse is gonna do the offense because it's not gonna gel well, man. Because Maxi and Jalen Brown are not a spot up shooters, and
Yeah,
like if that's the case, LeBron's not a spot up shooter, and LeBron needs
yeah,
the ball. So I don't know, man. I don't see this fit well, but I know they'll win games because they have so many stars, right? They have so
right,
many
right.
names in there that they're very good that they will just win because of talent, right? Because obviously you can't double everybody in that lineup because
Yeah,
you're starting four. I mean, starting five. Out of your starting five, four of them are all star players, right?
yeah.
And you can't double anybody like that. So they're gonna win games because they're just talented, right?
Yeah, I was telling you, brother, now, like they'll win games in the regular season if two of the four players don't play. So let's say Embiid is resting or LeBron's resting, and then they'll win because then Maxey and Jalen Brown makes sense. But when they all play together in the playoffs, I don't see that team winning because and this is going back to like the last time, right? The way the NBA is now versus how it was, what LeBron is envisioning it to be. Last time a super team won, and that was the Golden State Warriors from 2018. So almost 9 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Since then we've had multiple super teams. We had the Kevin Durant super teams in New Jersey, then we had a super team with Phoenix. So many super teams. Lakers even, right, with AD and Russ and all that stuff. None of them work. So this whole thing is like this is if this works, it will be one of the things where like, wow, that actually worked out. I don't see it, and I don't think that's a trend in NBA. NBA right now is all around one superstar player, and you build around that. You have a good company of players around him, and you'll be fine. But I don't see how this team wins. Honestly, I, second round is the highest I give them. They'll win games.
They'll
They
win
will
games.
win games. But and I was saying brother on this. Another big issue with Philly is going to be the ego. If they are not doing well at the All Star break or before trade deadline, LeBron's gonna be knocking on the door and be like, "Yo, what about Maxi? Can we give him up? What about MB? Can we give him up? What are we doing here? We're not winning games. We're not looking good." That's gonna start happening, and that this will truly break up the process. LeBron will be the end of the process at the final finish of this. And if he doesn't win with this team, the team will be a big failure. And I know the Philly crowd, they're gonna kill him. They're gonna absolutely murder LeBron. I mean, they booed Allen Iverson, their hometown hero. They booed the hell out of him. So they're gonna
Exactly.
kill him.
And I completely agree with you about that. LeBron's gonna end this process, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And I don't and I will I agree with you that if they are struggling, if they're like not like if they're not clear cut one and two in the East and they're like
Hmm.
just right there.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, dude, Philly, they love them Maxi, man. I'm telling you, I've been
Yeah.
that many games. They love Tyrese Maxi, and I'm telling you, LeBron will say, "Hey, let's improve this team. Let's do
Yeah.
that."
Let's trade Maxi for
Yeah,
Steph Curry or something like that
yeah,
once.
some or 80 or something,
Yeah.
and can't wait till that shit happens. And again, what's a wrinkle in this deal is that he did a 1+1, right? So he
Yeah.
has a player option in the second year. He has a no trade clause, and I think if I'm not mistaken, he has a 30% trade kicker or 33% trade kicker. I don't know what the hell it is, something like that. But he
Yeah.
has to opt out next year. So LeBron potentially can ruin this team
Yeah.
and leave.
Yeah. Yeah, and the second thing that I was thinking in terms of Philly itself is, and what you said earlier was LeBron didn't want to be the third option. Now he's a fourth, and at the same time, we not talking about before. Jalen Brown did not want to be a second option, and now he's going to be a second option or third option. Who knows, right? I don't know how Nick Nurse did it because Joel Embiid is going to demand the ball, and I think LeBron and Joel are going to work well together. So who gets behind? Does Maxi significantly reduce his numbers? Does Jalen Brown take a big step back? How do you justify paying Jalen Brown $70 million a year for him to average 15 points a game?
It's
Right?
great.
I
Yeah.
just I just don't see it. I don't see how this works. I feel like one of these players are gonna be super unhappy with this whole experiment, and it's yeah. I'm just I'd like I'm happy for Philly in the fact that this makes sense for LeBron why he went there as a player. He wants to win a championship. Okay, you join that, but I just don't see this team with him going very far.
And I agree with you about that. And I told my brother-in-law that, dude, you don't understand the circus LeBron brings.
Yeah.
He's a one player who is, what's the word I'm looking for? He's very indirect with his quotes. He's not,
Right.
he comes off very like, not, I'm saying this, but it could be this,
Right. Right.
Passive aggressive. There you go. That's the word I'm
Yeah.
looking
Passive
for.
aggressive.
Passive
Yeah.
aggressive.
Yeah.
LeBron is a mastermind of passive aggressive kind of comments, right? And the way he makes his comments about other players. And so I told him, I'm like, dude, he brings circus. And he's literally, I don't want to call him a cancer, but he's basically is to a locker room, because
Right.
he's gonna handicap everyone basically,
Yeah.
And so I'm like, look, dude, enjoy. I mean, be careful what you wish for. That's why I said, be careful what you wish for, because you might regret this. And
Yeah.
the way Tyrese Maxey, I don't know if you saw the reaction of Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe, like reaction. You know who they reminded me of the reaction of? It's when middle of the night, when Clippers made the trade for Kawhi and Paul George at the same time, and
Oh,
Toronto and sorry, Lou Williams and Pat Beverly were in Vegas, and they went crazy because they're like, "Oh, we're good. We're gonna win this championship now," or like that,
right. Right.
Like, you remember that video
Yeah.
when with
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. I remember that. I remember that.
Look at Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe's reaction. That's just dude, be careful, because it's not gonna end the way you want to end.
Yeah.
Trust me, man.
Yeah.
So
One for sure. One of them. I mean, I think Edgecombe's gonna take a huge backseat.
the growth is gone for him now. He's not
Right.
gonna play any critical minutes. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Because you telling me that Caldwell Pope's not going to be in the lineup when the
Right.
crunch time, when Caldwell Pope is a spot up shooter. Pope has won
And a
a
better
championship with
defender.
LeBron and has won a championship with LeBron, and he's a defender for sure.
Mhm.
You telling me he's not going to be in crunch time? Dude,
Yeah.
I don't care. Dude, my brother-in-law was like, "Oh no, VJ Edgecombe's still going to start." I'm like, dude, he will start. He's not going to
Yeah.
end
Not
the game.
finishing. Yeah.
Caldwell Pope is going to finish that game. He's been with LeBron in the championship, trenches.
Right.
Don't tell me he's not going to be in the lineup. So no,
Yeah. Yeah.
no, man.
Yeah. I don't see this working out at all, and I just want to say again, I don't know why LeBron felt like this would be the best bet for him, and it makes sense. Okay. Also makes sense for Philly to get him. I mean, if LeBron comes to your doorstep for a
Yeah,
minimum league, you're like, yeah, of course I'll take it, dude. Right?
no one's going to say no to
But
him.
I just hope they don't they understand, like you said, the circus that comes with it. Like the Lakers, if we didn't get Luca, we would still be in the circus, right? We would be offering LeBron another 40-50 million dollar contract a year if
100%.
we didn't have Luca, right?
100%.
And the only reason we got out of the circuit was because of that. So like I was looking at social media when this broke, and I felt like a lot of Philly fans, like true diehard Philly fans, besides the ones that you and I know, like they were actually kind of upset. Like, why did we do this? This is the worst thing we could do. And why we're bringing this drama queen into our locker room? We had actually a good solid team. We
Bro,
could have built around him. I mean, if you had just signed Caldwell Pope, that would have been a legit thing. You
dude,
know?
without LeBron, this team I thought was going to the championship with
Yeah.
Jalen Brown. Everything fit properly because you had like Jalen Brown, Maxi had ball in their hands, so I knew one of them was gonna be doing good, right? So now with
Right.
LeBron, it's not gonna. It's different, man. Like
Yeah.
everything changes. Before I had Philly winning this whole thing this coming year,
Mhm.
because everything fit so perfectly, You knew where
Yeah.
the ball was going to be on Max's hand. If not Max, it'll be on Brown's hand, So I already knew what was going to happen. That was going to be great chemistry. Not anymore. LeBron's going to be the point guard, dude. Maxi,
Exactly.
dude, I'm telling you, one player that's going to get affected the most, not even Jalen Brown, because Jalen Brown has played with the 1A, which is Jason Tatum. So he kind of knows how to play with him.
Mhm.
One player that's going to get affected is Tyrese Maxey. Maxey was already pitching with Embiid.
Yeah, he was.
When Embiid
Yeah.
came back, Embiid
point,
started
yeah.
shooting a lot, and Maxey wanted to shoot more.
Yeah.
When James Harden was there, Maxey was bitching because he was up and coming star at the time too. So you're telling me like Maxey's not gonna have the ball in his hand anymore?
Right.
All right, good luck.
It's gonna be fine. Like the first 2 months, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, this is gonna work. Good championship, here we come." And then once, and like I always tell you with the Lakers, I'm like, once things settle in, once things go bad, that's when we find out is LeBron able to withstand it. And I have yet to ever see it. He bitched his way out of Miami. He bitched his way out of Cleveland, and then now he bitched his way out of the Lakers. Like once things go bad, he is like, "All right, what's next? What are we doing? What are we doing? Come on,
He'll
change
leave
things
you.
up." You
He's
know?
like that. He's like the hot girl. When better thing comes up, he's like, I'll go with him now.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Once he gets bored or it's not
Yeah,
working out how he envisioned, oh yeah, I lost interest. I'm a vet, man. I'm just sign me out. I'll go somewhere else.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, we both agree in the same place, man.
Yeah.
Now the third aspect
Yep.
as a Laker fan.
I love it.
So my wife thinks I'm a LeBron hater. All of a sudden, she's like, "Oh, you loved him when he was on your team. Now you hate him." I'm like, "No, I'm not a LeBron hater. I like
Right.
LeBron, dude. LeBron
You're still a
still,
fan.
yeah, dude. LeBron still give me great memories in LA. I mean, I'm not gonna forget that. But I mean, I will say when I don't agree with players, right? Like I don't agree with Kobe when he basically kicked out Shaq out of his team.
Yeah.
Like I didn't
Yeah.
agree with that, and that showed because we never made the playoffs after that,
Hmm.
right? And so
Until we got Powell. Yeah.
exactly, and so I told my wife I'm not a LeBron hater, and I'm not jealous that he went to Philly either. I don't care where LeBron went. I would have
Yeah.
loved LeBron to go back home, man. Like look, I was hoping Cleveland would win the championship, you know.
Yeah.
Like, it just fits better. I always told you I wanted LeBron to play with Steph Curry. I'll be
Hmm.
great, you know.
Be fun.
I'm just I'm just saying like if you're gonna sign, okay. The thing is this, right? If you bitch and moan when Lakers came to you that we're gonna have you take a pay cut, and it wasn't anywhere close to 2 million. To be honest with you, it was more closer to 20 million. That was a
Hmm.
rumor.
Hmm.
Lakers, like he didn't return Lakers call, man. He was that busy that he didn't want to talk to Lakers, you know, for some reason. And he was gonna take, and Lakers were gonna ask him to take a pay cut of like 20 million. That's it, you know, like hey, take a $20 million deal, so we can sign other players, you know. He was bitching about that. So what I told my wife, I'm not mad where LeBron goes or plays for, but why would you want to do Lakers dirty like that? Like, why would you sign somewhere for 2 million or 2.5 million, whatever you signed for, you know, or 4 million in this case? Like Lakers could easily sign LeBron for that much. Lakers had money
Right.
to sign LeBron for 4 million. If LeBron was going to cost Lakers 4 million, if you put LeBron in this roster where we have young athletic wings,
Hmm.
dude, this team shit can win a championship right away. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, because they worked. LeBron, Luca, and Reeves worked when he
Yeah.
worked, right?
And
And
you had two big men. You got a good, solid
we
depth
got
in the
we got rim
bench. You got
protector and Kessler, you know, and like I'm like, dude, if he was gonna sign a $4 million deal, why not the Lakers? You know, like I'm like my wife doesn't get it, and I'm like, look, you don't understand. It's like if someone's offering if you're trying to buy a house and that person saying he's gonna be $1 million, but he sells it to your good friend for 200,000, you're like, dude, I could have got that for 200,000. Why you
yeah.
a bad deal? She still doesn't get. She thinks I'm a LeBron hater. I'm just pissed off that LeBron signed a $4 million with the other team when he
Yeah.
when he took it offensively that Lakers were going to ask him to take a pay cut. That was the biggest
Right.
thing. He wanted to move on because Lakers were going to ask him. Lakers were going to ask him to take a pay cut, and now he signs a $4 million deal, which is really ridiculous. I never seen a guy who's still playing at a top 25 player in the league right now. He's top 25, you know, like it or not,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and take that a massive pay cut. He made 50 something million to $4 million a month. I never seen that in my lifetime like this, you know.
Yeah.
I never saw Kobe was scooped that low to his fucking, you know,
Right.
respectability, you know. So that's my take as a Laker fan. I'm not a hater. I'm just like, dude, if you're gonna do a $4 million deal, guy, come on, dude. You live in LA. You don't have to move your family from anywhere. I
Yeah.
mean, LA treated you with respect. I mean, if LA was gonna get Luca, I mean, no one's gonna say no to that. I mean, that's a better
Right.
freaking player than AD. I mean, come on, dude. Like, even
Yeah.
AD said in his press conference, "I got traded for Luca." I mean, that's fine. You know, Luca is still all NBA player. Like, you know.
Hmm.
So I don't know what LeBron's bitching about. You know, so
Yeah.
but obviously, that's the part that pisses me off that he signed a $4 million deal elsewhere and didn't give Lakers a time and day to talk. You know,
Yeah.
didn't return their call. Like that was like
Exactly.
the most unprofessional thing I ever seen by a superstar.
Yeah. And the fact that like you said, he didn't want to have a discussion with Lakers around it, and he just was bitching about the whole Austin Reeves thing. I'm like, you should have taken a pay cut anyways, as first and foremost, and just don't be a hypocrite. If it was the fact that he was losing interest in the Lakers, that's fine. I think also he realized that the Lakers nation really never embraced him. I think he envisioned himself getting a statue outside of crypto with amongst Shaq and Kobe and all that kind of stuff. And I think he realized he's not gonna get one. He's just like, okay, well, I guess I'm not gonna be enshrined in the Laker legacy, so screw it, I'm out. And I think because people embrace Luca a lot more because Luca has that mentality of what a Laker is. And LeBron doesn't have that kind of mentality, in my opinion. So another thing that kind of caught my attention was I don't know if you hear about what Richard Jefferson was saying about how like oh, the Laker fans don't realize what they're losing and how it's gonna affect them so bad. It's gonna set them back many years. Like the next 4 years are gonna be so bad for Lakers. I was like, I forgot who said it, but they're like, does Richard Jefferson think that the Lakers were a dynasty when LeBron was there? Because we were not a dynasty. We won one championship in his whole tenure. We were not even close to a dynasty. So what are we missing out on? What are we missing out on? Se- Second, third round exits? Is that what we're missing out on? Okay. But I mean, if it was like if Steph Curry left the Warriors in the middle of that, and it's like, oh, yeah, you don't know what you're missing with Steph Curry, I get that. But what is Richardson Jefferson saying? We're not a dynasty. We were never a dynasty. No one even considered us a dynasty. So like, I don't understand his thing that like, oh, the Lakers are going to struggle for the next 4 years. They're going to be so bad, and they're going to be missing playoffs. All that kind of stuff. I'm like, what? No, we're not. We have one of the three best players in the league still. It's not like LeBron was giving us all that. I don't understand it. I used to like Richard Jefferson's commentary a lot, but after hearing that, I was like, what the hell are you talking about, dude?
Nah,
That's such a
dude.
bad take.
He's a LeBron's best friend, so he's gonna say that
Yeah, I
shit.
know. They had the little fishing trip recently. So they probably all got, he's high on that.
But like for him to say this, for him to say that, he loses credibility as a sport like anchor, broadcast
Right.
or whatever. Because if you're gonna say that, then that means you're basically degrading Luka.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, the Lakers were good last year because of Luca, not because LeBron was leading them and Luca led them. So I don't understand.
It doesn't make any
What are we
sense to
talking
me.
about?
Like, what is Luca to you then? Luca's not even in
Yeah.
top 10, top 20, top 30. You tell me Luca's at like more than 50th like range or something
Right. Role player.
like I don't understand, man. Luca's all
Yeah.
NBA, man. Like, what do you mean, dude? I
Yeah,
mean, that
and
doesn't make
again,
any.
and yeah, I don't understand how we're missing out. It's as if we're a dynasty. We were not a
Entering
dynasty.
entering the season with LeBron, besides after 2021, after LeBron ruined the Lakers by Westbrook trade, we were never favored to win a championship.
Right. Yeah.
We were
Yeah.
we were barely making the playoffs with the playing game
Yeah.
with Mr.
Yeah.
Salute,
Yeah.
making him playing. That's
We
it,
had two All Stars and a cast, and we still could
And
not make the playoffs.
but think about it. After we got Luca, we never made the plane. We were in the playoffs every single
Yep.
year. Past 2 years, we were made the playoffs. We never were in the plane. But when Mr. Salute and LeBron with Westbrook, we missed playoff for the first year, and then
Mhm.
we're playing team every single year, man.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you're
So,
talking about, man. So that's all. That's why I'm like, I'm glad LeBron's gone. We can actually play more free. And you know what's funny, man? Everyone's saying, "Oh, Lakers are hating on LeBron. Laker fans are hating on LeBron." No, we're just like, okay, we're happy. It's gone. Fine, whatever.
yeah.
It's okay. We can play better now. We have a team that's built to kind of play with other team now.
Yeah.
They're athletic wings. We're having. We're good to go.
We're outside of the circus now. And I think that's my biggest thing. We don't have to deal with the circus of LeBron James. That's my whole. And that's why there's a whole meme out like, oh, the real Laker fans started coming out of the bushes
No.
now, like, oh, okay, now we
Yep.
can watch the Lakers again because here we are because all the LeBron fans are gone now, right? They all went to Philly, and so it's like, okay, all the Laker fans are back now, like me,
You know,
me included.
Yeah, do you know how many people like my brother, my wife, like other people that who knows I like the Lakers and they're like, oh no, you're a LeBron hater. I'm like, I'm not LeBron. I'm just like, dude, LeBron is what LeBron is. We were never a championship team with LeBron or without
Yeah,
LeBron. So
yeah,
now we have a chance to become a championship team to build the team that gets there. So,
exactly.
but yeah,
All right,
man,
well,
now we'll see. Time will tell.
then we'll
To end it off on
yeah.
LeBron topic. Can you tell me, because today it was leaked, how many national televised game will Philadelphia have?
Oh my God, probably a lot. Adam still was waiting for this day, so
Just give me a guess. There's 82 games.
yeah, 82 games. I'm gonna
They're gonna have
guess
the most. I'll tell you that they'll have the most. They already said they're gonna have the most. Give
right
me a number. Give me a number.
50.
That's pretty a lot, though. To be honest with you, they probably will.
I would assume more than half of theirs.
Yeah, they'll probably have 50, but that's way too much.
Yeah,
But 34.
34. Okay,
That's
so
still a lot.
almost half. Yeah,
That's
almost
still a
a
lot.
lot.
Man. That's
Yeah.
like basically saying for sure once a week, no matter what, and sometimes twice a week. That's a lot.
Yeah,
You
you're
gotta
gonna see
understand
it.
because NBA teams roughly play about 2 to 3 games a week.
Mhm.
During the season, 2 to 3 games a week.
Yeah.
And that's an average 2.5 or so. That's a lot. Think about
That's
it.
a lot.
So
Yeah.
they're gonna be on national televised every week, man. That's almost like insane, dude. Damn. So yeah,
Yeah.
we'll get to see them a lot and scrutinize their ass so much every podcast. Love it. We're finally on the same team, Tapas.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I mean, so the surprising part in this is also championship odds, right?
Yes,
How much do you think Philly jumped after LeBron?
not that much, man. I mean, they did jump, but they're still fifth. I think fifth.
They stayed the same.
Yeah.
So it's still OKC number one, Spurs number two, Knicks number three, and then it's the Sixers.
Yeah,
Sixers and Celtics are tied.
It didn't move. It didn't jump them like right away. You know.
Yeah, you would think it would jump them above the Knicks, but it didn't.
It's the chemistry, team chemistry, right? Tapas, I told you.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
thing
you got to find out.
The thing I learned is like team chemistry is a lot, man. You need that, you know,
Yeah.
and like they gel together, so that's huge. But let's move on to the next topic.
All right.
Sam Presti. This is
Oh, yeah.
why. This is why he's like one of the top presidents of the NBA. You know, operation for a team. They made that trade last week, right? For Lou Dort.
Yep.
Okay. So who are the teams like they're neck and neck with? Who are the two teams they're neck and neck with? They did two things last week. No, they did two things last week, okay?
Okay.
So they traded Luke Dort away. And right after that, they signed someone to an offer sheet named Spencer Jones. So who are the two teams they're neck and neck with all the time to win the Western Conference? Not the whole thing, just
Spurs and Nuggets.
So Luke Dort getting traded to Atlanta, right? The thing that Atlanta needed was like a wing defender and a veteran. So they shipped him to Atlanta, right? And I mean, honestly, like I said, OKC got like two second round picks, and that's it. You know, they didn't care for anything else. They didn't get anything for Luke Dort, right? Who owns unprotected first round pick from Atlanta next year?
OKC Thunder?
No. San Antonio Spurs. So why do I say that? What did Sam Presti do? He sent one of his best defender to a team so they don't
prevent them from the tanking, right? Yeah.
No, not even tanking. If they get into a top like 5 pick, that goes to San Antonio, dude.
Yeah.
So San Antonio will legitimately have another top pick, right? So this will Lou Dort he's a dog, right? And so they're like, hey, let's just send him to Atlanta, you know. For sure, Atlanta needs that veteran, you know, presence, you know, because Atlanta's a young, good team, right? And he can bring that to that team and ship them there, right? So that's going to prevent them to, like, lose, right? Like, I'm not saying Atlanta's going to lose regardless, but you never know how the season goes, and they might, you know, like you saw Dallas, you know, even though they made the play and they still won the number 1 pick for Cooper Flag. That happens, right?
Yeah.
And so that's the one thing. And then they signed Spencer Jones, right, to a restricted free agent deal, to an offer sheet, actually, right? And Denver had, I think, 24 hours to match it or whatever the thing was. So he signed like a 2-year, I want to say, $12 million deal or whatever he signed, you know? So Denver matched that offer sheet. OKC didn't care for Spencer Jones. They matched out. They knew that they want to see if Denver really matches it, and they did. By Denver matching Spencer Jones' offer sheet, that put Denver automatically second apron.
Yeah.
And by second apron, another restricted free agent, Peyton Watson, is a free agent right now. And they're already in second apron. So they're already paying crazy amount of tax. And so now they got to clear cap space if they want to bring Peyton Watson back. So now the rule in the second apron is this: you cannot do a sign and trade for players in second apron. You can only do sign and trade for picks because they're already in second apron team. So now before, if they wanted to trade Peyton Watson for players and picks to, like, for example, Clippers are very interested in Peyton Watson, right? And you know, Clippers cannot just observe Peyton Watson like that. They got to send out players too, right? Denver cannot be in that engagement because they're in second apron team. Denver can only do a sign and trade to a team that can absorb Peyton Watson, and they can receive their draft pick back, future draft picks back. That's the rule of second apron. So that killed Denver right there. So now Denver has to make a room for Peyton Watson. Either if they want, because they look, Denver can still sign Peyton Watson and be even crazy second apron team. But they're the only, you know,
they have to match here though, right?
Did you know Dallas is the only team who's in second apron?
Dallas, really?
I'm not Dallas. Sorry, Denver's the only team in second apron.
Denver. Holy
shit! Yeah, Denver's the only team in second apron. So now they can't make the sign trades with Payne Watson anymore to any other team unless that team can absorb his contract. And now they have to make a decision on Cam Thomas. Not Cam Thomas. Cam, what's his name? The guy they got from Brooklyn. Cam Johnson. Yeah, Cam Johnson. There you go.
Yeah,
That's the
Cam
name.
Johnson. Yeah.
Or Gordon. They got to make a decision on them because they make good money, right? And so they got to make Payne Watson, because if Denver signs Payne Watson to what he wants, dude, Denver is gonna pay so much money in tax. Dude, this is unbelievable. Jeez. So you see what I'm talking about? Sam Presti doing these two things last week that no one even notices, dude. Like those two teams are chasing, they're fighting with each other, right? And he's such a brilliant guy that, hey, let me send Luke Dort to Atlanta so they don't tank.
Right.
They'll be contending in the playoffs, right? Because I'll help him. Yeah. Luke Dort is a good player. He's gonna help that team regardless, you know. And then
they were good last year too. They had a big surge towards the end. Yeah.
Exactly. And then also, let's screw Denver by me signing the offer to Spencer Jones. I think that's a guy's name, from Denver.
Yeah.
And Denver obviously matched it. So that's pretty cool, man.
Wow. I'm surprised that they would try to keep Spencer Jones and not let. I mean, I would think they would prioritize Peyton Watson, but I don't know how much do you think Peyton Watson is going to command?
He just rejected. So a report just came out, man, that right here, I had it right now. So they reported that Denver have offered Peyton Watson a contract of 5 years, $70 million, but that's not what he wants. He wants a max. He wants like 5 year. I think it's like 120 or something that he would have to do what he wants, or like closer to 100 million or something, and and he's not gonna. They just offered him that, but he's not interested in that. So yeah, man.
I mean, this in the Hawks, the Bucks, or the Clippers are trying to pursue him. So.
Yep.
I mean, if the Clippers go out there and say we'll offer you a 5 year 100, let's say, then the only thing Denver could do is try to match that.
They can match it, right? But they can match it. Like, do you imagine the apron they're gonna be in? Like deep second apron. Like that will kill them. And I don't know if you know, but with second apron you can't be a repeat offender. So you can have second apron for 2 straight years, but on the third year, there's consequence. I think you lose your draft picks and you lose all this stuff, man. That's why Boston made all those trades, because they're gonna be a third year repeat offender for a second apron. They made same thing with Clippers. They were deep in apron too as well. So they had to make room for all that, man. So
easy.
So yeah, man, that was my little nugget for you, man.
Interesting. I mean, that is a genius of Sam Presti, though. he's messing while he's trying to keep his team alive. He's messing up his opponents pretty badly. Like, I mean, Denver, I don't know how they recover, because even on paper, with or without Peyton Watson, they're not a contender in my opinion. I think it still belongs to Spurs or OKC, but crazy.
It's insane, man. But
all right, well, anything else you want to go over?
Let's play a game, bro. Who you play for?
Right, so,
who you plays for now? Mid the season,
Oh my god, dude, I'm so bad.
I mean,
at this.
Few players. I think you're good, man. Tappers, you're not that bad, bro. I mean, as much as you think you are, dude, you're good, dude. So let me pull it up, Pluto. All right, I'll go with the easy one for you. Norman Powell. Who he plays for?
Where did he go? Shoot. And he was with the Heat. Did he go to? I don't know why I want to say the Wizards. It's not the Wizards, is it? Where'd he go?
Chicago Bulls.
Bulls.
Come on, Charles Barkley.
I'm telling you, I'm so bad. If it's not a big player, I don't track.
That's why I'm telling you this. All right, Nick Claxton, where he
was Celtics. No. It was in the big the 3-team trade. Yeah. Was it Celtics? No.
God. Chicago Bulls.
Oh, it's...
All right,
what are the Bulls doing anyway? What are the Bulls doing?
Tobias Harris. He's a big name.
Warriors?
Wow, man. You will give Chuck a run for his money, dude. San Antonio Spurs.
San Antonio Spurs.
Wow, over 3, man. Over 3.
Dude, I'm so bad at these.
Mike Conley Jr.
Oh, I thought he retired. What is he still playing?
Who he plays for, man?
You go to the Brooklyn.
Come on, bro. It's a big name too. Mike Conley Jr., dude.
I thought he retired. I didn't even think he was playing. So
Come on,
I
you gotta
gotta
get
be
one
cheating.
right, dude. Out of all five, I'm gonna give you.
This
You're
would
0
be
for
a
3.
shot in the dark. The Raptors.
Boston Celtics.
Boston. Oh, that's actually a good pickup for them.
All
Good
right,
for them.
let me see. Ooh, Mitchell Robinson.
Oh, that's Celtics.
Oh, good job, good job. Oh, let me ask you another one. John Collins.
Hell is that? John Collins.
You played for Clippers last year.
Miami Heat.
Come on, man. Detroit Pistons. Okay, Miles Bridges.
This was the early in the off season with after LaMelo, right?
Damn, Tapas. I
Where
think
did
you
he
will know
go?
this is our top free agents.
No, I heard is no, I know this was one of our topics we talked about, but this is so long ago, in internet times. After all the free agency, did you go to Grizzlies?
Did you say Grizzlies?
Yeah.
No, man. Phoenix Suns for the trade, bro.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, last one.
I tell you, I'm so bad.
You're like 1 for 8 or 1 for 7, whatever, dude. All right, I think you should get this one right.
LeBron James.
Julius Randle.
You asked me all these from early.
Julius
Wait,
Randle?
Oh. Brooklyn Nets. The Nets. Right, that's right. That's right. Hey, 2 for 8, not bad.
Man, you and Charles Barkley
Me and
here.
Chuck are about the same.
Wow.
Actually, I'm probably worse than Chuck because at least with them they ask him like a random ass player. These are actually like all stars. You're asking me now.
Exactly. If I went random to you, bro, you'd be like, hell no. Who doesn't even play in NBA?
I don't know who John Collins was, man.
But yeah, man.
That was fun.
That was fun, man. That wraps it up, man. That's all I had.
All right. Until then, Brown Balls, we're out.